Good morning, guys. This is everything you need to know about Minecraft Beta. A lot happened in this version, so buckle up. The first addition is we have sound! Woo! This is because the sound files are now located within the game files and not sourced from a website that no longer exists. World generation generated just like Alpha all the way till Beta 1.8, where the terrain generation was changed and the world was classified into 8 different biomes. Leaves now decay, so that floating trees in Alpha were a thing of the past. Talking about leaves, in Beta 1.5, fire spreads slower than it did before in previous versions. One spark would result in your entire world becoming a hellscape. No need to go to the hell dimension. Hunger was added so that the player had to keep being fed. But this meant that sprinting was introduced, so we don't have to walk around everywhere. Game file type was changed so that the game saved and loaded faster. We can now also rename our world to whatever we want. However, I like the name World 1, so I'm going to keep it. Weather was added so it could rain, snow, and storm. 3 new structures were added, these being stronghold, villages, and mine shafts. Mine shafts are currently the only way of getting watermelon seeds, which are a new item added to the game. Speaking of items, there were 41 new items added, and 35 blocks. I'll go over what these items were later. Passive mobs no longer despawn in Beta 1.8, unlike previous versions of Minecraft, which meant it is possible to capture passive mobs. In Beta, there were 5 new mobs added. The squid, which is the first aquatic mob added to Minecraft and drops ink sacs. Cave spiders, which only spawn from a mob spawner in mineshafts. Silverfish, which only spawn in blocks and strongholds. Endermen, which rarely spawn and can teleport. They drop items called Ender Pearls, which in Minecraft Beta aren't used for anything. Much like slime balls from Alpha. Lastly, we have the Charged Creeper, which acts like a normal creeper, but with a larger explosion. As if creepers weren't bad enough. Luckily, they only appear by having a normal creeper get hit with lightning. Honestly, we got so lucky with that creeper getting hit. Holy heck. Next, we're going to talk about the beta glitches. A lot of these glitches were only available in Beta 1.9 pre-releases, which became the pre-releases for Minecraft 1.0. One glitch was the negative item glitch, which would cause an item to get a value of 0 by subtracting 1 from 1, and then continuing to subtract 1, resulting in a stack of an item and a negative stack of the same item. This glitch lasted till version 1.8.9. In Beta 1.7, you could also use a piston machine to duplicate blocks by having a piston push while one pulls, and the block would effectively be in 2 places at once. Another glitch was getting portal frames in Beta 1.9 pre-3. By locating Stronghold, blowing up the portal frames, which look like this, and the item would drop. When updating to Beta 1.9 pre-4, you would have the portal frame. By using the same updating method in Beta 1.9 pre-3, when you enchanted an item, it got the enchanted tag. But when updating to Beta 1.9 pre-4, that enchanted tag became Feather Falling 1, resulting in getting Feather Falling 1 on any item that was able to be enchanted. You could get a spawner block. This was done by using Silk Touch Pickaxe on a spawner. This only worked in Beta 1.9 pre-4. This last glitch is a doozy. It starts in Beta 1.9 pre-releases and ends in Minecraft 1.9, so I'll put it in a 1.9 video. So hit that subscribe button to get notified about that. I want to say a huge thank you to the 37 of you that have already subscribed. Another option is following me on Twitch, where I currently stream 3 times a week, playing our World 1 series, where we are updating through the versions. In our survival world, we updated from Alpha 1.2 to Beta 1.0 and then 1.1 and then 1.2. As there were no items added to these versions and the requirements for updating were met. In Beta 1.2, we baked a cake as it was added to represent the new year of 2011. We crafted dispensers and note blocks, woods from birch and spruce trees, and we got bones from skeletons. We collected the new lapis lazuli ore and all the other new items used to dye wool different colors. So now we have color and sound. With the update of color, we could finally repair our damaged clothes. Much better. New painting was added, but the texture wasn't added till Beta 1.3. In beta 1.3, we crafted 3 new slabs, repeaters, and beds. I can set up my dream home in hell! Fun fact about repeaters is that you can make them like so, before the block was added. And that is where the crafting recipe comes from. In beta 1.4 we got wolves and cookies. Now cookies were really hard to get, and as a result if you had some in multiplayer, you were considered really wealthy. In beta 1.5, spruce saplings, birch saplings, power rails, and detector rails were added. Before power rails were added, systems of minecart boosters were used like so. Statistics were added, so anytime you did anything in any world, it would get added to your statistics. With statistics, we also got achievements, and I'm gonna get them all. And done. Another requirement for updating will be getting all the achievements. So now we need to get all the achievements and one of every item in that version of the game. 1.6 added trapdoors. Maps were added, but don't work very well in the nether. Oh, and my home in hell was destroyed due to beds now exploding in the nether. So, that dream was crushed. Thanks, Mojang. Beta 1.7 added pistons, sticky pistons, and new vegetation, like dead bushes and ferns and grass, which is now used to get seeds. Shears were also added. We can finally cut our hair after all this time. Much better. With the addition of shears, sheep need to be sheared instead of punched to get wool, but still don't regenerate their wool. Weird. We made a duping machine as described before, but put this at the bottom of our world. I'm planning on making a room down here, which we can store all the broken items in the game. Should I call it the illegal item storage or the vault? Let me know in the comments below. In 1.8 they added new video settings. This includes the new field of vision, which I like to have at 90, and the brightness, which you can turn all the way to bright. It's almost like daytime. 1.8 added void fog, which meant it was almost impossible to see when you were at the bottom of the world. We gathered the remaining items: stone, brick slabs, different variations of stone blocks, new food sources, melon seeds, melon slices and melons, iron bars, glass panes, and brick stairs. Other items include new food sources, such as steak, chicken, and rotten flesh, but I don't recommend eating it. Food can now be stacked to keep the player fed. And ender pearls, which currently do nothing, stacked to 64. This was changed to 16 shortly after. We stored items where they would be located in a beta archive room, which later looked like this. As well as built a barn for our animals, as they would no longer despawn. I left a few pens in the back to allow for future mobs. We then updated to beta pre-1.9 versions, getting the broken items and storing them at the bottom of the world, before updating to Minecraft 1.0, which you can see on the left. Hit that like button, have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye!